Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia Watkins. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I'm here with my lovely wife, Dr. Alicia. How you doing today, babe?
Hey, good evening. Good evening, boys. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing really well, really well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm excited. The Pillow Talk's always fun.
I just like hanging out with you and just chopping it up.
Yeah,
That's what I enjoy. Anytime you come to me and like, let's hang out together, I'm always like, awesome.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I like hanging out with you too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't bother you sometimes.
No, well, I chose to hang out with you for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but I know I can be too much sometimes.
That might be true, but well, I found that being married to like my best buddy is like it's like having a really awesome slumber party every single night.
We do have a slumber party.
Yeah, except
Except
it's just like
sometimes you fall asleep really early.
I know, and it's like your best friend is like the prettiest thing ever. That's
You are
pretty cool.
so you're so thoughtful.
Anyway, what's going on, Richard Watts? How are you? Hey, Deron Sterling and Jonathan Oliver, I see you. Give us a yes in the chat if you can hear us. Let us know if you can hear us, or put a B1 in the chat. B1 to let us know you're black first and that you can hear us. That way we know our audio is coming through okay.
Got the melanin in your ears.
That's right.
Can
That's
hear
right.
us.
I got the brand new flavor in your ear.
Have you read that book? I think it's Richard King. He talked about melanin in the eardrums.
Okay, what
Have
is
you
it?
have
What?
you read about the science of melanin?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
So, what does the melanin in the eardrums do?
It makes you that's why we dance so well on the beat. We feel the beat in our bodies.
Really, because of the
And we can
melanin.
hear.
Hmm.
It's the elixir. It's the elixir of all life. Comes from the melanin.
Hmm. Okay. Shout out to
It's
melanin.
true. Shout out to melanin.
Everybody type melanin in the chat.
Phil Valentine talks about it too.
Oh,
So
Dr.
anyway, you
Phil,
got to get with the Phil
the
Valentine
real
stuff.
Dr. Phil.
He is the real Dr. Phil, isn't he?
Yeah, shout out to Phil Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so hey, Billy Joe Jackson's from Maui.
Oh, Maui,
Yeah, I
nice.
wish I was in Maui. Anyway, okay, guys. So give me anyway. Hey, everybody, what's going on? This is Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia Watkins, where my therapist, professor wife, and I get together and lay against our pillows and have professor-like conversations that we think you may or may not be interested in. We hope that you are. And I want to ask you all. I put this on my Instagram. My Instagram is the Real Boyce Watkins. I put a video up earlier, and you can see a screenshot of it of a lady who was at a basketball game, and she literally. I guess they have a thing where they check to see if your diamonds are fake or not.
Oh, the diamond tester. Wait, there's a guy on YouTube, and all he does is, I think he's in Atlanta. The kids told me about it, and he goes around, he tests people's diamonds.
Yeah, ooh.
He talks about they drip. That's
And
how I heard
she,
about drip.
yeah, and she got livid. She got up and took her ring and threw it at him and walked away.
But look at her face. Is this when he tested it? Let me
Yeah,
see what she looks like.
she tested it. Now some people, now David Hyde says it was fake. Now I don't know if it was fake or not, but
Oh,
they
that's
were.
a really good fake spoof, though,
Well, it
if it
was a big
was.
stadium full of people.
Oh my gosh.
It was a big stadium full of
So
people.
she's sticking her hand out like, test my ring. I know my ring is real.
Yeah, it makes me wonder. I mean, dude, can they really do that? Can they test your ring on the spot?
Yeah, they have diamond testers.
Damn.
You didn't see the.
We gotta find out what those stadiums are. We can't be going to those games. I'm playing.
Ooh, I'd be so mad at you. My
Would you?
diamond
Would
wasn't
you? Would
real.
you be mad at me if your diamond was fake?
Um, wouldn't shouldn't I be mad?
That part I was trying to figure out. I was really trying to figure that out, right? On one hand, I get it, right? I get it. You mentioned the word deception, and I can see that being deceptive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I was kind of wondering, like, I don't know. I wonder. I mean, honestly, as a man, I was like, well, if I found out my ring was fake, I'd probably. But I'm not a woman, right? But I probably just look at him like, are you serious
If
right
I
now?
gassed you up and made you feel one way and then turn around in front of everybody
Mm,
with cameras on us, and then you
mm,
found out that I was just like feeding you a bunch of nonsense, you trying to tell me you would not be mad at me?
yeah.
Of course you
Well,
would.
it is interesting. It is interesting, right? So I don't know. So let me ask everybody. Give me a yes or no. Yes or no. Okay, so the lady finds out at the game that her engagement ring was fake, and she throws it at the guy and walks out the door, pissed off at him. Was she right or was she wrong? Like yes or no? Yes, if you agree
Wait, hold on.
that her reaction made sense. Her, a no if you think that she overreacted.
Okay,
So everybody
so
put that in the chat. Yes or no? Yes, do you think she did the right thing, or no if you think that she overreacted?
okay, so you're asking the wrong question.
Okay.
The question is, was he wrong for making her believe that that ring was real?
Mm,
And
mm.
come to find out, he was just lying to her.
Well, Beverly
And
Moore,
that's why
Beverly
people,
Earl, and Duran all said that she's overreacting.
well, the thing is we can't sit and talk about her reaction. I think the focus should be, the onus should be on him,
Mm,
because he was the one that was being dishonest. And that's what I say to my couples that I meet with is, but for the fact of your dishonesty, we wouldn't be in this situation. And I don't know if throwing, like, I wouldn't advocate throwing things at each other. Like, that's not right. But I think her being upset is definitely justified.
mm,
You're supposed to be mad if the person that you trust, the person that you love,
mm.
is gassing you up and telling you lies. That's
So,
not right.
so what do you think? What if he said, I wanted to get you, a real ring. I just couldn't afford it, and I knew that you wouldn't marry me if I couldn't afford to get you a real ring. So
Well, see,
I took the money. I saved the
that
little money
raises a
I
lot of
had.
questions.
Really? So you think So you think the line about the ring is like the first stage in a bigger, broader level of consistent deception, that kind of
Well,
thing.
well, what I normally see in my office is that usually, and it's not always the man that lies. Sometimes it's the wife or the female that lies, but
Mm-hmm.
usually it's not just one lie. Typically there's a history of deception in the relationship. And so we
Mm-hmm.
have to get down to, okay, and usually I'll say, okay, is this the first time this has happened? Is this an isolated event, or is it something that's been happening for a while? And 9 times out of 10, you can see the look on people's faces, and they'll say, no, this is just an ongoing series of lies that I'm hearing from this person, and I've just had it. I've fed up with it. And then we have to kind of talk about that. That doesn't mean the relationship is over. We can
Mm.
fix a lot of things. It just means we have to get to the root of why you feel as if you need to put up a facade in order to please somebody,
So
and you
Brian,
don't think that you're good enough.
well,
Mhm.
Brian Max says, what if he didn't know it was fake either?
Then he should have been surprised, like, what?
Mm,
But my thing is, there must have been some trust issues to begin with, because suppose he is a constant truth teller and he's always transparent in the relationship, and that ring ended up being fake. She may have had a different reaction,
mm.
you know.
Antoinette says, it's almost like a transgender not telling a heterosexual man the truth about his sex.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow, that's heavy. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
A lie is a lie, and I think that as soon as you lie in your relationship, at that moment you're putting distance between you and the other person. The moment you
Mm,
tell a lie, and I don't care if it's a white lie, if it's a deceptive lie, any sort of misconception that you have in your relationship signals problems.
mm. Well, Lavonda says that she only with him for the money. Maybe that's what he could only what he could afford.
Mm-hmm.
So what
But
if
we
he
don't
what
know
so
that.
what if he was lying because he felt like, I'm marrying a gold digger, so I gotta come correct financially, and if I don't, she won't be with me, and I'll be all alone. And he was kind of, what do
Yeah.
you think about that? Like,
So
is there
I
any validity
I
there? Or
mean,
you think?
it could be he feels like he has to pretend in order to get her, and that should be something that they should probably not get married until they sort that sort of thing out.
Mm. Okay,
Yeah.
well, Dolitha has an interesting story. She says, my second husband wanted to spin the grip on my ring, but I told him it was not necessary because it was more important for us to start out with a good financial position. So I
Mm-hmm.
made him get me a beautiful heart shaped CZ 14 karat gold solitaire ring. Our first anniversary, he bought me a beautiful platinum diamond.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I think it's not the ring that makes the marriage, right?
But Duran says it's a
Yeah.
ring, it's just material.
It is material, but the thing is, I think it's the deception behind it. And
Mm,
um you know I've seen marriages where the wives will have 5, 6 carat diamond rings, and that marriage is awful. I've
mm,
seen marriages where you have just a basic ring, and the marriage is beautiful. So the ring doesn't make the marriage at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, somebody, let's see here. Emma Mullen says it's not about the ring; it's about the lie.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, by the way, you're listening to Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia Watkins. This is where my therapist, professor, wife, and I get together against our pillows, and we have conversations that we hope are intelligent and black and full of interesting insights. So, if you could please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Also, Alicia's website, she sees couples and things like that. Feel free to visit coachingwithdralicia.com, or you can follow her on Instagram at Coaching with Dr. Alicia.
Okay.
So,
You know what? I can't see very closely,
okay.
but I'm trying to look. Do they have courtside seats at this basketball game?
Yeah, why?
I
Okay.
mean, how much are courtside seats?
Oh, what we getting at?
If he can afford courtside seats, seems like he can afford a real diamond.
You would think so, right? Well, here's the thing, right?
What's up?
Here's the thing. Okay, so let me just ask a bigger, broader, bring up a bigger, broader perspective on this.
Yeah.
It always confused me that rings were so important,
Yeah.
and like you have these phrases that everybody knows. Like, okay, everybody, let's do a little test. I'm gonna say a sentence. I want y'all to finish it in the chat. Diamonds are a blank. Diamonds are a blank. Fill that in for me.
Oh my.
Diamonds are a
You know that
girl's.
song. That song wasn't that
Don't
song
you
like
know? Diamonds are a girl's best friend. And then they had diamonds are forever, right? Those are
yeah.
those are a couple famous slogans. Well, check this out, right? Thank you, thank you. Now,
I just think it's corporatized, right?
yeah, it's corporatized,
De
but
Beers or
yeah.
whatever.
Well, here's the secret. Here's the thing about diamonds is that really tripped me out. I was doing research on it. And basically, they said diamonds are not that valuable. They just give the appearance that they're valuable. There's actually a huge supply of diamonds all throughout the world. What happened was the De Beers family
Yeah.
bought up most of the diamond mines around the world, right? So here's what they did. What they did was they started controlling the supply of diamonds in
Mm-hmm.
order to keep the value up. And then they started running ad campaigns to convince people that you needed a diamond
And
or
that's
that
why that song came out,
yeah,
right?
yeah, or like well, actually, it was the 1960s in James Bond movie called I don't know
Oh,
if it was called I don't know if it's called Diamonds Are Forever. I don't know if there's that or there was a song at least in
I've
the
heard the
James Bond
song.
movie where
Yeah.
it's like Diamonds Are Forever, Forever, Forever. Right? They did that in the 60s and it won awards. The ad campaign won awards because it suddenly made all these women think that diamonds are a way of showing love. They
Mm-hmm.
connected something material to something that's invaluable. Something like love was connected to a material object. So
Mm-hmm.
now you have. I remember when I was younger, and I would see these signs that would say, and ads that would say that a man should spend 2 months' salary on a ring, and I can just tell everybody straight up. I have proposed 2 times to in my life.
Oh, really?
Yes, I did. I proposed to one woman a long time ago. Actually, it was on the Wendy Williams show. I ain't gonna lie. I have to, because it's out there.
Is the video out there, Boyce?
I don't know. I don't know if the video's out there. It was early days of the internet. Oh, early days of YouTube.
I'm gonna search for it and see if I
Yeah,
can find that
yeah.
video.
I'll go see if I can find it. But yeah, so I proposed in 2007, and when I got that ring, I thought about 2 months' salary, and at that time, I was making about $115,000 a year. So I said, wait a minute, 2 months' salary is like 20
20
grand or
grand.
more. I said,
Yeah.
I ain't spending 20 grand. I did not
That's
spend.
about how much rings cost though.
No, babe. I'm sorry. I did not. I know I did not spend. And here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Check it out.
Uh-huh.
This tells you something about me. I've never been attracted to a woman who felt like I had to spend 20 grand to get her affection or to marry her.
That is
I
interesting.
want to be with the kind of woman who says, "Whoa, what are you doing? Why would you spend 20,000? No, don't do that. Spend 5,000 on a ring and take the 15,000 and put it down on a house." That's the kind of woman I always wanted, and I know that's the kind of woman you are because I didn't when I
Well,
got
that's what we did though. We bought a house, right?
we did, and I
Mm-hmm.
did not spend 20 grand on our ring either. And by the time I was making a whole lot more than 115,000 a year, I was making probably like a lot more then when I proposed to you than I was when I proposed in 2007. And even then, I didn't want to spend 20 grand on a ring because it felt stupid. It's like if I can't show you love with a $5,000 piece of jewelry, then you can kiss my whole entire black ass.
It just reminds me, I never really thought about it until I saw the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, Blood Diamonds. And
Mm,
he's kind of a humanitarian too in
he
his
is.
movies.
Shout
But
out to Leonardo DiCaprio.
yeah, I kind of like him. So anyway, so when I saw that, that's when I really got it really raised my awareness of rings. And I think now we have like a politically conscious rings now where they're like made in a lab and they're not mined
Yeah,
off the slave
yeah,
labor of
I
black
personally,
people.
yeah, I think that whole De Beers thing, the De
It's
Beers family,
sinister, right?
right? Yeah, and think about South Africa, full of black people, but all the money being made by people who are not black.
Pillaged. Yeah, they pillaged. I mean, it's going on to this day.
Yeah,
Right now, it's happening.
yeah. Give me one of them diamonds they make in the lab
Yeah.
that are just as good as the ones they get in the ground, and I'm good with that.
Hmm.
And I think the big thing is people can kind of see. Can you see how to see? You can see your ring right
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So and I didn't, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It always, I used to like I would watch shows like Basketball Wives and look at those material
Ooh,
women
those
who had to
rings.
have
Oh
those
my
big old
lord.
rocks, and that would just make me vomit. Like women like that would just make me say, "Oh
You don't
God, I
like
would
that kind
never."
of.
Because the thing is, I feel like love and family are so sacred that like when you're trying to wrap them up in these material things, it just makes me feel like you might be a little shallow. I don't know, but then again, maybe I'm just being too harsh. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I noticed that I kind of bought into it a little bit because when I went to the University of Chicago, and it's a lot of J's, a lot of
Uh,
J groups. Am I supposed to say the
oh,
number?
you mean Jewish people?
Yeah, there are a lot of Jewish people at
You can
University
say
of
that.
Chicago. I
We
can
ain't
say that.
anti-Semitic.
Okay, so there were a lot of Jewish women there. They were called JAPs, Jewish American
We
princesses.
can't say call them jabs. That's gonna get us banned on
Is
YouTube.
that going to be banned? Okay, well, that's what they were, and you would see them like in class, and they had these huge diamonds on their ring, on their hand.
Really?
Yeah, huge diamonds. And I went to
So you were
school with
comparing
them.
yourself to the Joneses
Well, I wasn't engaged or
or the
anything.
Jonesenheimers?
I didn't have a ring back then. But I just remember like a lot of my classmates, all those women had big old fat diamonds
Did they like
on.
notice you didn't have a ring?
I don't think they noticed.
But
I,
they
I
would
don't
make
think
sure.
they even paid any
Did
attention
they
to
make
me,
sure you
honest.
noticed their ring?
They weren't really flashy with it. It was just what it was. It wasn't like it
It's just.
wasn't new money. It was old money.
Oh
You
really?
saw old money at University of Chicago.
Oh really? Yeah, I
You should
bet you
have gone
did.
to school there, Boyce.
I should have. I couldn't get in. You were the smart one.
Well, I was a legacy entry.
I got rejected for Chicago twice. Did you know that?
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm such a. You married a loser.
You applied there twice and didn't make it.
Yes, I applied.
What
Okay,
happened?
undergrad when I was a senior in college, I had one goal, and my one goal was to get into a great graduate school. And my big problem was I didn't have any money. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I applied to all these schools. I applied to the University of Chicago MBA program. So I got rejected. But here's what happened though. I got a nice letter directly from the dean of the business school, and he specifically said to me, he said, "Your credentials are very impressive, but you're only a college student, and you need 2 years of experience."
Oh, they invited you to come back with
Yeah,
some work experience. Yeah,
yeah.
those make really good MBA students. You
Mm.
did. I mean, he may have been right about that.
Lashad is checking in from the DMV. She wanted us to know that.
DMV, that's
Hey,
what's up.
Lashad.
DMV is the place where I would love to live.
I love. Well,
Every time I
you
go
would.
to that area, I'm on the airplane coming back home, wishing I had a house in the DMV area.
If I lived in the DMV, I would never leave my house because of all the traffic.
The traffic was crazy, but it's so worth it.
I will let you go out in the
It's
traffic.
you know what? It's something about the black people out there. They're just so.
All the black
I
people in
just
DC are also
feel.
smart.
I just feel like those are my kind of people.
Well, Prince George's County has is the richest black county in the country,
Wait.
and they all lost their houses in the mortgage crisis in 2007.
Oh, so were they living above their means,
Some
or?
of them were, yeah. A lot of people just kind of faking it till you make it.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you all straight up. We like our house, but I've always been okay with living below our means.
Yeah.
You know, because then you don't get stuck like we're watching that show about Elizabeth Holmes, the
Right.
lady from Thanos, and Theranos.
The Ronalds, get it
Yeah,
right.
and her company went bankrupt because she was kind of basically pretending, and her family had all these financial struggles, but they were rich. She went to Stanford and all that, and I was just like, I don't think of that pressure. They're trying to keep up with other people. Don't be out there trying to keep up with nobody. Keep up with yourself.
Yeah.
Find your own bliss, your own happiness.
Speaking of marketing, there's a movie called The Joneses.
Is really
Uh-huh.
okay.
It's really good. And it's about a marketing company who hires this family to get together and pretend like they're a family. And they move into these neighborhoods, and their whole entire quest is to get people to purchase certain things.
Oh, really?
So they would have like a dinner party and people over, and they would have like the best of everything. And then they would try to get people to purchase it. And it was a really good movie.
Oh,
It's
were they?
called The
I
Joneses.
think I saw it, and their goal was to influence people to get them to go make to buy certain corporate products,
Right. Corporate
make
product.
them trendy.
Make
I
them,
think I think
yeah.
I do remember seeing that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because a lot of people buy stuff because other people buy it.
Yeah, and it
I
was sad because one neighbor just kept going in debt trying to keep up with everything. So that was it's a
mm,
little grimy. So yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, it makes you think about even things like today I had a lady on my podcast named Tiila Kid, and she's going to teach an NFT mastermind in the Black Business School next week.
Oh,
And Tiila was talking about NFTs and how it's kind of like nobody really knows exactly why NFTs have certain value, but people just give it value. They'll buy it because other people are buying it. That's really it. Like literally, they'll be like, "Well, why'd you spend $10,000 of a picture of a monkey?" And people will be like, "Because I can." And me showing you that I can is like a status symbol.
I just don't understand NFTs at all. And I've had people explain it to me. Don't explain it to me, please. It just doesn't register in my brain as it being really something. Like that's not how I want to spend my money. I want to spend my money on something a little more exciting.
Yeah, I can get that.
I want to feel it.
Yeah, I can get that. It's basically art. It's similar to art, like how you have this painting of like a Van Gogh in your house, and it's worth a lot of money, especially if it's proven to be an original, and then everyone will pay for it just because it's an original. But if you have a copy that looks exactly the same, it's not worth as much. It's kind of crazy.
Well, I guess it is a diversified way, place to put your money.
Oh no,
You know,
not.
you want to put your money in a whole bunch of places, and so maybe art
Mm,
is one way.
yeah, good point. By the
Yeah.
way, if you guys want to come to the NFT Mastermind next week, we're having a free event on NFTs in the Black Business School, and Tiala actually has made hundreds of thousands of dollars buying like things like digital real estate. I think she sold a digital house for like a quarter million or something, or a
Wow.
100,000 too. It was some insane amount of money, and her whole family got into it. Her 70-year-old mama owns NFTs now. So
Good
yeah,
grief.
so I was like, oh, let's talk. So yeah, so anyway, if you guys are interested, you can go to boycewatkins.com. The link is right there. You can join us next week. So anyway, do me a favor, please hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Now let's get back to the lecture at hand,
Back to the extra.
as Snoop Dogg used to
Mm.
say back with Dr. Dre. So so this lady, in case you just got here, we were talking about this lady who goes to a game with her boyfriend or fiance, and they test the rings to see if they're real or not. And maybe it was fake. We don't know. I haven't confirmed whether it's real or fake. We don't know that for sure. But if you've confirmed it, then just let us know. Feel free. But I hope it was fake. And she finds out the diamond's fake, and she goes crazy and throws the ring at the boyfriend and walks out. Now, the interesting thing is that I understood how she felt. I can kind of get that. She probably felt embarrassed.
I would be so
Um,
humiliated.
and I think that it seems to me that the therapist side of you that I'm picking up is you were referring to the deception of it all. That it's
Yeah.
not about the ring. Because a lot of people will say, well, it's just a ring, right? But it's more than just a ring. Is that kind of the argument you're making?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I mean, I definitely don't think that she should have thrown the ring at him, or I definitely don't think she should have laughed it off either. I mean, she's well within her
Mm,
right. I think she should have been angry, and the fact that she stormed off, tells us that's how she's feeling. And
yeah. Mm.
yeah,
Well,
it's,
and
she made a scene.
Michael Fisher's determined to believe that it's fake. And it could be, I hope it is. But, you can imagine a real scenario
Well,
like
I
that
mean,
happening, though.
it might be fake, but I think the whole point is, what do you do when you're totally humiliated and disappointed by somebody that you put your faith and trust
Mm,
in? Maybe, what do you do? And then they just embarrass you like that in front
Mm,
of an entire group of people. Everybody's
yeah.
laughing at her. I'd be laughing. If
Okay.
I was in the audience, I'd be laughing. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. Okay. Okay. So so you see it more so as like the public humiliation. So imagine if they tested the ring and it was fake and it happened in private. How do you think it would have played out different if it had been private as opposed to
Well,
public?
it may or may not have been the same. She probably would have been upset, as she should have been.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that listen, it's interesting. Like, he's just sitting there. I mean, if anything, he should try to protect her. I think it would have been better if he said, no, don't get it tested. Like, if
Oh,
he had
I would
whispered to
have.
her
I
and
would have
said, do
tackled.
not test
I
that
would have
ring.
tackled that dude.
I mean, he's just sitting there going along with it. Like, they're gonna, yeah, it's real.
Mm,
He could
mm.
have played it off and been like, what? We both were deceived.
Ooh, that would have been good too.
So it's just, well, what do you think, Boyce? I'd like to know from you.
Well, first of all, I don't think I would have done what he did. Right. I think there's something to about just keeping it real. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you broke, you gotta kind of fess it up. But the only way I can imagine somebody really doing that and giving somebody a ring and making them think it's real is if he's so intimidated by her need to have a diamond of a certain caliber that he just said, "Okay, I'm gonna fake it till I make it." Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I, like he says, the tester left and came back because she forced him to test it. Okay, that's what
Oh, maybe she
was already
figured.
suspicious.
Maybe she was like, something's fishy with this man. I'm just gonna see.
Mm.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, when I look at it from his perspective, obviously I don't agree with that type of deception. I think buying, like I told you, I think did I tell you how much? I don't think I told you what your ring cost.
Mm-mm. No, you never told me.
Yeah, but me and Tater went and bought it together.
You and Taylor?
Yeah,
Oh,
Tater helped me pick it out. Pick it out.
oh,
I don't, do
cool.
y'all know who Tater is? Let me show Tater. Tater is my buddy. I just love this child.
Can you find her?
Yeah, here she is. That's Tater. So Tater helped. Yeah, she. Well, I wanted to involve the kids
Mm-hmm.
in picking out the ring because I wanted. It takes it. One thing, it's funny. I know. Some people, are in, I guess uncomfortable with the challenges of being a bonus dad. But that's one of the challenges that you do have is you got to kind of win the kids over. And so one of the things that I did was I said, okay, if I do this, I didn't want to spring the engagement on the kids.
So
You
they
know,
all knew. That is really something.
yeah, they wanted to be there when I proposed, but I told them that I wanted to do it at IU when we first met.
Okay. Well, we got to bring them down to IU and show them around.
Yeah,
We got
yeah.
to give them a tour.
Yeah, and it's cool. Like I think that the interesting thing is, when you put in all the work to connect to the kids, and then you finally achieve that goal. It's probably one of the most satisfying achievements I ever had as a human being.
Ah.
Right up there beyond, like finishing my doctorate or anything like that. Because I was sitting around trying to figure it out. Like, how do
Eh.
it's not easy, and then at the same time, when I did propose to you, suddenly for some reason there was like that whole barrage of people on the internet that thought I was a simp because I proposed to you, and I got and that kind of like riled me up because I was like, no, you're
Well,
not a.
you all riled up.
I was riled up because I'm resentful of the idea that there are black men who think that there's something wrong with a black man showing genuine love for a black woman. Like I just can't tolerate that. I can't change anybody's thinking. I can't make them,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
see my worldview. I got to respect that. But I did kind of say, wait a minute, hold up now. These women, we need our women. Like,
Weren't those the same people that said that my mastermind is to marry you to get to Willie D?
well, the internet's full of like weird rumors like that. People on the internet, the
But not
internet.
the real
Well, the,
deal.
well, the internet has a lot of strange people on it, and that one didn't bother me as much. Like me and Willie talked about it. He took it real serious.
Did he really take it
Yeah, he
seriously?
called me. He's like, say man, I don't play that stuff, man. People said that on my page. I blocked them for life. Willie talk.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Willie's a good guy, and he was in the wedding, and so it's just kind of and I just really I'll admit I've had things happen where I've said things controversial where I knew there would be a backlash.
Mm-hmm.
This one surprised me. I did not know that marrying a black woman and saying I love a black woman was going to cause such a backlash. And it really just kind of, just kind of made me say, okay, I got to step back and, just I'll take the arrows and in defense of black love and black women, and tell some of these young guys like, hey, you can be as every bit of a man that you want to be, and still really show your love for a woman. You can't make the mistake of thinking that one takes away from the other. That's just not the case.
Okay. Well, maybe the Kevin Samuels sentiment is dying down. It'd be nice. It'd be nice if that kind of faded away a little bit, because it's not solutionary. It's always destructive.
Well, I think that anybody who has a perspective on relationships, whether it's Kevin or anybody else, I think at the end of the day, when the sentences are coming to an end, the question becomes, do you have a solution that's going to bring black men and black women together? Mm-hmm. Or is your solution
going to demonize?
Yeah. If you're a woman who says, well, the solution is that these men need to stop doing what they're doing, or the solution is these women need to know their place. So those are not solutions.
My goodness.
That's kind of disrespectful, dominant behavior. But if I say, okay, the solution is for us to connect and understand each other and hear each other. Yeah, I like that solution better.
I love your solution. I think the respect is so clear. And if he really, just think if this man really respected this lady that he wanted to be married to, right, would he need to lie to her like that as a form of respect? Would she need to disrespect him by just getting all upset like that and throwing the ring at him? It's just, there's clearly a lack of respect between the two of them.
Do you know that in these podcasts you can actually play music in a loop? I'm going to play the music. Y'all tell me what you think.
Music?
Listen, hold on, let me see. I think we can play music while we talk.
Wait, this is like soft meditation music.
Can y'all hear us while we talk, or if we play the music?
That might be distracting.
Let's try it. Okay. What do you think? Are we coming through? Can you guys still hear us while the music is playing? It's very low.
I feel like I have to talk to the rhythm of the song.
It sounds weird.
It's like that was a little beat. I was going to rap.
Don't rap, please.
1, 2.
Oh, Nathaniel said he liked the music.
Yeah.
Did anybody else like the music?
Go back to that other music. I think I got a rhyme in you.
Okay.
Wait, I'm not going to freestyle.
Wait, this one? Wait, hold on. Do I got to turn it up a little bit?
Turn it up a little. Turn up the mic. Turn up the mic. 1, 2, okay, mic checker. Listen, you must be respectful no matter what happens.
Come on, keep on.
You buy me a ring. You know what I mean. It's gotta happen. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Love one another.
Love one another.
I think I'm off the beat. Okay. Love one another. Let's be one a mother.
Okay, time for me to stop.
Time for me to stop.
I'm gonna send this lady to bed before she just messes up the whole conversation. Let me turn this stuff off.
What do you mean?
Anyway, we had a good time. It's time to quit being silly. All right, everybody. Well, this is another conversation with Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia Watkins, and we will come back again later on this week. And I hope you guys have a great night. And see, by the book said your rapping is whack.
My rapping is whack, but I ain't whack.
Yeah,
I'm not whack.
But you all
my rapping is whack.
But you're all black.
I'm all black, 100%. So I mean, I think the big takeaway is be transparent with your partner.
Okay.
Be transparent. They have to just love you for you.
Right.
And you know what's interesting?
What?
It's all in your head. Tell the truth, and you'll be surprised how much people would say, okay, it's not even a big deal. Even if he told her, you know what, I don't have enough money for a real diamond ring, but I want to marry you, and here's the ring. And you'd be surprised how much love can happen between the two of them just by being honest and transparent.
Well, let's hope that they work it out, because she seemed pretty upset. I hope it was fake. Some people said it's fake.
I hope it's fake.
If it is fake, if that's fake, she's a good actress, because look at her face.
She looked like she knew that thing wasn't real.
Mm-hmm. She looks. I mean, she got that.
She's staring
her
daggers.
Lips curled up, like she's almost about to cry and punch him at the same time. And he's just sitting there looking at her like with a little smile, like I hope she doesn't kill me. I'm very embarrassed too. Yeah, that's I don't know if that's fake. Then that's the best acting I've seen. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We're about to go to bed, so hope you have a good night. God bless you, and hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, subscribe. Nathaniel says we're just as corny as him and his wife. So maybe one day we'll meet your wife and
Be
maybe
corny together, the four
yeah,
of
maybe
us.
at the All Black National Convention. Charlene suggested that we could do like a Black love retreat. Did you see that?
A Black love retreat. Ooh, I got ideas for that.
Yeah, you got to check. You got to respond to your text messages. She
Well,
texted us about
I
it.
gave her a thumbs up.
We had a whole text
I
conversation.
hit the thumbs up. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
That meant yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, anyway, everybody, have a good night. God bless you, and we'll talk to you all soon.
Okay.
Take care now. Bye bye.